Yo, welcome back to more Monogatari, Tsukimonogatari, episode 1. And I see on the cover for it, we have a picture of Ononoki, so could be dealing with her, could be dealing with the job that Araragi helped her with, that was part of the deal with Miss Izuku Gaien, as part of her giving her knowledge about the darkness, that whole thing. So maybe we're going to fill in that gap now, or this just could be after, just further in the future, but still dealing with Ononoki. I guess we'll see to what extent that's true. But either way, man, I'm ready to keep it going. Hanamonogatari was cool. Thank you for those of you that were somehow able to watch that reaction with me. Especially because I know it's really difficult to watch my Monogatari reactions because a lot of you watch the Blu-rays, and I'm obviously watching the TV versions off streaming sites like Crunchyroll and Funimation that don't have those versions. For me personally, it's like, well, in the future, it's a good motivation for me to eventually want to buy the Blu-rays and stuff, because then I can watch it all over again, seeing it in a really cool way. Though I'm sure it leaves the best impression possible if you watch those. But anyway, I just want to thank people who put up with that trouble, especially with Hanamonogatari, because that is 1 through 5 all in one. But it definitely flowed together pretty well, and I had a good time watching and was able to digest it, I'm pretty sure, because, you know, a lot of stuff built up to, especially between Numachi and Kambaru, a lot of that was a build up and where it led to, and then Kaiki, oh my god, that's, ooh. But yeah, I like the lesson that came to at the end there, and I think Kambaru as a character kind of needed that for her, especially after everyone got their arcs in the second season. I guess at the end of Hanamonogatari kind of marks the end, I guess, of Monogatari second season, I suppose, from how people speak about it. And it is within the same category on Crunchyroll, the way it's listed just after Nadeko Medusa. But I learned some cool things that people told me about Hanamonogatari, which apparently that originally in the novel it was released before Hitagi ends, so you just straight up have it, you know, quote unquote spoiled. I mean, basically you do, about Araragi and Senjo obviously living through the Nadeko thing, because it's Hanamonogatari's past the graduation. You see Araragi in college and meeting up with Kambaru and everything, but yeah, even Kaiki actually being alive, but apparently there's some conspiracy there about whether he's a ghost or something. And, you know, within, like, Thorfinn on Patreon said, like, he knows a bit far-fetched, but he appears in an arc where it's like, it's centered around Kambaru dealing with this friend she had who is now a ghost that, you know, who is past. We know that Miss Izuku Gaien has a quote-unquote corpse puppet in Ononoki, and the way Kaiki was running kind of looked like a puppet. So I'm sure there's a bunch of, you know, little things like that. And honestly, the run that Kaiki did, that was one of the things that made me super sus. I'm like, dude, this looks so weird. This is not Kaiki. It just, alarm bells are ringing off. Probably mainly just due to the fact, you know, seeing him fucking alive after the end of Hitagi in. So, I don't know, it leaves me very torn, man, because Hitagi N made Kaiki arguably my favorite character in the series. Just seeing just so much more to his character, that softer side that you get in Hanamonogatari. So I can see how Sergio says on Patreon, like, how this Hanamonogatari novel was released before, along with, like, you know, quote-unquote spoiling these things. You see this softer side of Kaiki, and it kind of sows the seeds for how he acts in Hitagi N. So I could see all that, but apparently probably it was cuts. They didn't have time to air them all together, so they just postponed it for afterwards. I mean, it worked out for me. I'm obviously biased because I watch it in this order, but I think that works perfectly fine. After all that, I think that's a great chronological choice there, where in other aspects you could jump around, and there's certainly more gaps to fill in. Like with Tsukimonogatari here, it might fill in like that gap in second season with, you know, the job Araragi was helping Ononoki with. But I think, yeah, with, you know, Senjo and Araragi living and Kaiki being there, that absolutely is like, shout out to Nit and all. I'm glad too. I didn't get spoiled on the Kaiki death and being alive in Hanamonogatari. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because I was freaking the fuck out, man. Oshemp on Patreon. So about the ending of Hanamonogatari, where I was like, are those things that could have been or not really happened? But apparently, Oshemp's interpretation is those are things that actually happened, because they were friends in the past, but they got into an argument, and Kambaru's narration calling her a rival was only half the truth. So yeah, I could see that too. And obviously mentioning the Kaiki ghost thing, and that some people think that. But also that there's a popular interpretation that Numachi Roka and Hanadori Roka are the same person. In the moment, I forgot the whole Japanese name thing because yeah, I saw the Roka, but then I was like, I thought about it later. I was like, wait, that's first name. So I guess, but both had family problems, but both are shown wearing red sweatpants, and Umachi said she went by multiple names, so it's possible that all those things that she talked about that Hanadori Roka went through, with the pregnancy and everything, and what happened to her, could have been straight up all about her, so it's a really sad thing to think about, and just obviously with Numachi in general, just, telling Kamaru to go do all these things that she couldn't do, after taking her own life after everything. Just man, it was such a trippy arc of Monogatari, but definitely one that I appreciate, and especially in the way that I watched it. So barring it being a pain in the ass to watch those reactions with me, personally, like seeing all those episodes together seamlessly, like in a movie, pretty much a length, felt really nice, man. Because everything built up to the next thing, especially between Numachi and Kambaru, as it does in the story. But, it worked out very well, and obviously that arc was not as dense as other Monogatari arcs, but definitely a lot to appreciate there, and I'm glad Kambaru got that. She deserved that for sure. But anyway, I think that's all I gotta say about Hana. I'm ready to see what Tsuki is all about, so let's get into it. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am watching this on Funimation, because on Crunchyroll, it is also in one big clump. Just like with Hana Monogatari, but thankfully this one is on Funimation, split up. So shout out to the Funimation intro that's about to play, beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Good old Funimation intro. Chapter 1, let's go. The poses, whoa. These are all the things we've learned about her. Bakemono. One of those evil spirits. Yeah, I saw all those. Such is the struggle of an apparition. Doesn't apply to her. She is from a human corpse and is now a doll. She imitates, she pretends. As we've learned, imitations, in their effort to be real, end up more real. Oh? Huh. The imitation is proof that she isn't trying to be one. But you're still foreign. Yeah, sure. To be together. Interesting. Not to be, not to become, but to be together with. That is a fair question. This room is insane, by the way. I have not. Because humans exist. If a tree falls and no one's around. Sure, you need that belief. You need to be spoken of. Something mysterious. Empathy for a doll. Whoa. The crab. Sure, yeah, totally. Hmm. Something very fundamental. Sure. Hmm. Yes, you unreliable narrator. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, this is cute. Yeah. And the phoenix. I suppose so. So is this one going to be different? It loses their meaning? Yeah. Oof. Both very major things. That's a fair thought. Oof. It's not been easy. Hmm. You're on the roller coaster, buddy. The ride will end. Where you came to realize that. The beginning of the end. I'm going to end and begin. That's the story. Yo. What was that start? Oh my god. Okay, Ononoki, sing it. Let's go. I can't wait for this. The intro was all hype. Love it. The exhales in my right ear. Trying to read the lyrics too. Hmm. I'm a paradox. I love her singing. It's so calming. It's almost like a lullaby. Chapter 2. Don't stab him. Who am I kidding? Beat the shit out of him. Get him. This audio's crazy. Huh. They're degenerate. Like you. I mean, I agree. To be honest. Yeah. Just rips you out of your sleep. Very, very violent. And good night. Beat his ass. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson? Alarm sisters. Oh my god. They're doing the poses. I forget what that's called. It's like the stage thing. Day before Valentine's. Hey. That jump was crazy. Oh. Months till college entrance exams. Yeah, I see his hair now as well, so get a sense of the time period. What the fuck? Let's not talk about that. Hmm. Hey, hey. I've trained well. I am horribly ticklish. Uh, no AA. No more AA. I'm getting Nisa PTSD. Get that morning cardio in. A marathon? What the fuck? Yeah, go with Kamaru. Daddy-o. Whoa. Oh, she is cracked. What the fuck? Nice moves. Yo, he's killing it. What the fuck? Oh yeah, does she not do sports? Oh. Just cuz. Alright then. Hmm. Hmm. Whoa, that looked. Oh. Ooh. Oh, the cracked pinky toe. Eee. It's already serious. There's no need for anything else. What the fuck? Suki. No. So yeah, we did learn that she's not as into the whole thing. Well, we'll see. Hmm. With their master. Spoiler. He does. I mean, that's yet to be determined. I want to see his college. Surprisingly. Ooh, okay. For me as well. To truly wake up. I mean, it's kind of what he was talking about in the intro. And here's some more degenerate shit before we get to that. Oh, dear. Yeah, it was like saying in the intro, like, this is for me, this is when I realized, oh god, Jesus Christ. Tesai saite. Jesus Christ. Bad Monogatari. We couldn't leave this in Nisa. Couldn't leave this in Nisa, man. Please don't let go of the other one. That shit lodges in the wall without breaking. Some durable soap. Oh dear. The bubble's floating. I don't know. I never know. We're here for some reason. Because Nisio Isin feels this is important. Give me some dialogue, something. Give me something. Meager. I don't know. He's in good shape. Can we leave the lusting bathing area? These stoned abs. Dude's ripped. Can we not? Can we not? Can we fucking not? Oh god. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty weird. Pretty fucking weird. Don't say that. That's some that's some Nasu shit to ride in an H scene. Masses of meat. More PTSD. Uneconomical. Together. Suds. You're alfalfa now. Oh. Astro Big Brother. I'm a Super Saiyan. Oh, this is a double reference there. Because yeah, I recognize the hair. I've never seen it's called Astro Kid, Astro Boy or something, but yeah, I recognize it. The two big spikes. What is doing right now? What is this? Skytree? Oh, what am I doing with my life? What the goddamn fuck, man? This is episode 1. Where's Ononoki? I don't really get it. Oh, we knew she was going to be okay, but that's good to hear. Yeah. Well, he can't be around her anymore, as he found out. What else can he say? Yeah, you can at least be happy. Because you shouldn't. Leave her be, man. Lot of itai. So much itai. I agree. He carries way too much. Way too much. I totally agree. Yeah, she doesn't really know the circumstances behind it, Tsukihi, so. Yeah. But so you were told. As it always does. So what happened here in between this and Hana? Hmm. So that's the effort he's gonna go to. Before he leaves. Balance. Yep, that was someone else's. Don't know if he's alive. Oshino, where are you? Whoa. Not by yourself. Nor should he try. It's in his nature. I assume his studies went well. Hmm. No. 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 Bad. PTSD to Shinobu and him. Memories be gone. And she was the one who walked in with a knife during that. What the fuck, Suki? Wait, what? Sorry? In this situation, I guess? Wait, what? Supernatural. What? Whoa. Whoa. I mean, that's a vampire thing, right? But I guess that wasn't a problem before. A vampire. Oh, shit, dude. Did he become more of a vampire somehow? It's hard to tell what aspect of vampires is being presented in this show. Like the whole mirror thing. Which Aranagi pointed out, so I guess he became more of a vampire somehow? Hmm. The beginning of the end, that's what he said. The beginning of the end. Let's do it. This ending is hot. What the fuck? The singing and these visuals. Some major shit's gonna happen here. As many times as it takes. Now's the only chance. We have a lot of, like, language with a lot of finality in it. Like, today's the day. Like, Okay, so, barring the majority of that bath scene, which... I'll say this, Monogatari is very good, how within one scene either being very jokey and just, very, like, fun, or, you know, whatever that was. And within that same scene, getting to some very, like, meaty, impactful, important dialogue, like, you know, what Tsuki was saying to Araragi. But I gotta say, man, this first episode is an interesting setup for this arc. There's a lot of, like, language in the intro, and I noticed in the ending, possibly in the opening as well, but in the ending as well, that has a lot of finality to it, like, even within the episode itself, like, talking about this is the beginning of the end. This is where Araragi, came to realize that these stories have an end. Things won't just go on and on and on. Possibly, I guess, referring to this ghost story with Ononoki, maybe just Ononoki being around the resolution for Ononoki, whatever that means for her personally. I know there's been some subtle character development for her, especially regarding Mayoi, you know, and her wondering about Mayoi, why she persists despite having her problem before quote-unquote resolved, and what that meant for her, and why Mayoi stuck around, you know, with Araragi and, you know, Ononoki, seeing the two of them there and that relationship. To think of that with this talk of, like, how Ononoki imitates humans, but not to become a human, but to be together with humans, I guess there's a hint to, you know, kind of what she wants. As to what that means with all this, like, kind of finality talk, and Araragi saying this is the beginning of the end, this is the end of Araragi and the beginning. You know, he's told all these stories through all this time. And now with this one, he says he came to the realization that these things, all these stories have an end, so... Or at least I think that's the part he was referring to. But either way, whatever's gonna happen here, I imagine it's gonna resolve with Ononoki. She's probably gonna disappear, possibly, through whatever way. And, hopefully in the quote-unquote right way. I mean, I obviously don't want Ononoki to go away. I find her character, you know, endearing, and I do want her to get a proper character resolution, as many of our characters have. She deserves her own development, certainly. And yeah, I'm just wondering what exactly that's gonna look like. Of course, there was other talk from Shinobu about, you know, believing in apparitions like that, belief being their strength, you know, which is a thing that makes sense when it comes to, like, myth and urban legends and vampires, as she says regarding herself as the legendary vampire. Or Araragi thinking about ghost stories. You know, there's people all over the world who have, like, empathy for a doll, have empathy in many living and non-living things, and so, you know, that's the way he phrased it. So, you know, ghost stories are prevalent and are believed, but he even said, like, with all these stories he's told, he doesn't like that it becoming like chit chat or just something casual, like losing, I think he said, like, the hair raising feeling, which, you know, the impact, because you know, that's kind of the power a ghost story has, right? It impacts you in that way, and that belief is like, oh, and that fuels the ghost story, right? So I don't know, putting all that together into, like, what's practically gonna happen, I think is just pretty much what I said. Whatever that means resolution-wise for Ononoki, and I guess for Araragi, of course, like, because now getting into him, we see his perspective. This is, a bit before Hanamonogatari, clearly. He's not gone through his college exams yet. He hasn't left for college. His hair's still short, of course, time. It's a bit of time after the end of Hitagi N. We hear how Nadeko is, released from the hospital. Kind of his feelings around that, of course, being a bit conflicted. Of course, happy that she's okay, but otherwise, we know. But also, feeling the need, of course, to correct the imbalance he still feels in the town and taking on that role, which Araragi... I kind of talked about this at the end of Hitagi N, how, or maybe at the beginning of Hana, but my boy Araragi has taken on so much, he's gone through so much. He's been able to rely on his friends in the past, and it was a great thing. He has a lot of people who love and care for him. That's amazing. With how Tsukihei was saying to him, like, you don't have to carry this on your shoulders. You can let other people take care of it. When he feel like he has to balance this out before he leaves, and he's saying that wasn't my job in the first place. I mean, it wasn't. It was Meme Oshino's. He just kind of left Araragi with it, like, here, it's you now. Was that fair for Oshino to do? I don't know, but that's what happened, and Araragi has dealt with it. But let's be honest, man. I kind of talked about this before, but it's really like their youth is kind of being robbed of them having to deal with all these things, man. They really shouldn't be dealing with any of this, Araragi, of course, none of them should, of course. Like, get the association with apparitions that have impacted their lives, not to say the apparitions are inherently evil, of course, like, that's obviously not true. Basically, yeah, I don't mind him leaving, and kind of leaving this behind. It's a scary thought, because, things will continue to happen, I'm sure, in this town, but I don't know. I agree with the fact that I don't think Araragi should shoulder that. As much as I respect him to do that, because that's in his character. He's someone who saves people. He's someone who cares about those he loves. He doesn't want, obviously, his sisters to continue to be in danger when he's gone, or just the town, right? He talked about that, so I'd probably feel the same fucking way, man. Like, no, I can't just leave things like this. So hopefully we see a resolution to that as well before he leaves. He seemed fine when we saw him in Hanamonogatari. Of course, he only spoke with Kambaru regarding her problems in a very perfect Araragi way that he needed to, and at the end there. But we really don't know where his head was at in Hanamonogatari. He seemed okay, but who knows what happened to Ononogi by that point, or even to him, how he felt about leaving to college truly. But I don't know. This definitely feels like a transition point from everything before. This feels like growing up. This feels like, I don't know, just an end of something and beginning of something else, which I guess is the point. It's literally what they said. So anyway, interesting setup. So I think that's all I got to say about this one, starting off. Cool so far. I look forward to more. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you have anything else to say about this episode to me, of course, feel free to do so. Always appreciate that. But otherwise, once again, thank you for watching. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you want early access to more of my Tsukimonogatari reactions, I will be 3 episodes ahead. So, in other words, done with the series by the time you see this on YouTube. Of course, please still leave your comments anyway, because I love reading them. I mean, if you feel like it, obviously, I'm not saying you should comment it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not doing that. Like, if you just want to add something about the episode or the series or whatever you want to say, I appreciate that information is all I'm saying. But yeah, anyway, that's there. If you want to see it on my Patreon for $5, you can get instant early access to the next 3 Monogatari reactions, and that's true at all times. And yeah, once again, thank you for the 3rd time for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.